Oh. What's good? Sorry, I'm setting up my tripod. I wish they'd tell you who is in the room. This is a new tripod, so I'm like, don't really have it down yet. Trying to get it so y'all can see the table. Alright, there we are. My face is going to be cut off a little bit, but let's see. Thanks for being here. Hang on, let me adjust this ironing board. It's okay, Yoshi boy. Man, my cat is just, he's a fraidy cat. He's just scared of everything. Literally everything. Alright, so I'm going to be tying some shirts, folding. I don't know what I have up first. What's this? 2X, alright. We can do a totem. Who's in here with me? Anybody I know? It's okay, Yoshi boy. And once these shirts get a little crease in them, they're tough to get back to center. Alright, we're not going to do this 2X now because it's fighting me big time. Maybe we will. Not giving up. How's it going? Thanks for being here. I don't recognize your names. Are you guys on, follow me on Instagram or Facebook or anything, or just on here? We're almost there. I'm making this shirt symmetrical, and I had it in a pile and it got folded all weird, so just trying to get it straight again. I'm going to be doing one of my totem designs. 13 people, damn, that filled up quick, or a lot of people jumped in quick. Welcome, I'm going to be folding and tying shirts. Probably stay on here for a couple. First one's going to be a 2X totem. And these are reverse dyes. They start as black shirts. And I do color reverses too, where they start as like blue or green or orange. Those are always really fun because, you know, you don't really, some of them discharge to like pink or light blue, so the colors interact with the colors different. It's fun to just let go and see what happens. Got some really cool results that way. Man, it's time for a new pastel. I found that pastel, like, as long as they're not oil based, they will come out and they write the best on the black shirts, and you can get them really tight line with them. I've had like Taylor's chalk and shit like that, and they always like break and they're just no good. You guys can't really see what I'm doing here. Let me see if I get this line a little darker for y'all. There's gonna miss my pretty face, but at least you'll see what I'm doing. I'm just outlining the design that I'm going to be pleating up. I have a couple like set designs that I do often, and then, you know, other times I just flow with it, and whatever comes out, comes out. So you guys can see that. And it goes into the sleeve here. West Texas. Your bedtime, what time is it where you're at? It's only 7:50 where I am. Skater tie dye. Are you on Instagram? I'll have to check your stuff out. So the next part of the process, I go in and fold. When I make my shirt symmetrical, they have the design on the front and the design on the back are going to be different because the way it's made symmetrical. So I'm going to fold the front and the back of this shirt before I go ahead and pleat it. And I really just, you know, let the fabric tell me where it wants to go. And then I'll take my time and straighten it out and make a few more folds. It's tough to see on this black shirt what I'm doing, huh? Do you sell at events or something, or you just do it for fun, or what? Man, this fucking shirt. Thanks for being here and hanging out. Oh, you guys, okay. 60, I thought it said 0. I'm gonna try to stay more consistent with these lives for everyone. Alright, so the front of the shirt has been folded. Now I'll go and do the back. And it's tough near the top because the neck is connected, so you gotta make sure that you don't pull out the front of the shirt as you're folding the back. Only up by the neck. Most of the rest of the the rest of the way down you can be pretty free with it. It's not going to affect the shirt much. Okay. Very cool. I just got a wholesale order for Love on Hate. They're a big old tie-dye shop in San Francisco, right on Hate Street. 75 shirts, I think, and they're all reverses. I don't do too many wholesale orders. I lose a lot of my profit there. Now I'm go ahead and pleat this up, and I will tie it from there. I might take a second to put a light up, see if it helps with what y'all can see. Yeah, I think that's right. Just about there. I'm gonna have to run and get my sinew too. I didn't pull that out before I sat down. Alright, that's it. Let's see how that gets folded up and keep it so straight. What up, JT? I've been doing it for 6 years now, so it just comes with time, I guess. But instead of like folding the pleat over on it, if you grab it on the line and pull it up to your other pleats, it seems to work a lot easier. So you got this here, and instead of like grabbing this and trying to do that, I usually just pinch it and then bring it up to your line, and then you even on tight turns it works out pretty well. Alright, let me grab my sinew and the rubber bands. That's alright, different heights is fine. It creates really cool designs. Mine are different heights too. It's just I keep the top of it together, but some of them are like this, they just don't hit the bottom, they're all at the top and even. Sorry, I'm getting a light for y'all to see if it makes a difference. You guys can see better. And I had to grab my sinew and rubber bands. I don't know if that helps or hurts. Oh yeah, that's way better. Don't try harder. Just, what's the word? Just relax into it. Don't take it so seriously. And just take your time. And like I said, my pleats are all different sizes. I just keep the top level. Some of the ones at the bottom, you know, they're bigger than the rest of them. Temple, you still in here? It's good to see your name, man. Made some really cool psychedelic trail shirts last night. I did some symmetrical ones. I'll show you. Here's the first one. Oh shit. Yeah. Came out really cool. And then, although I don't know what I did because I was just flowing with it. But yeah, that were experiments that kind of worked out. And I'm working on this right now. I do like some calligraphy. You can barely see the writing, I guess, from way back here, but I'm painting it in with gold fabric paint. I'm really excited, but it takes some time. The paint doesn't cover as well as I thought. I see. Well, if you want, mine is Psychedelic Serenity AVL on Instagram. If you want to shoot me a message, I'll give you a follow. Yeah, trying too hard, it just takes the fun out of art. There was a time where I tried to really control everything and, you know, be too serious about it. And it really took the fun out of everything. And now I just really let go. If you guys watch my videos, I get my human out of the way. I don't let my mind take over. I just, you know, if I'm dyeing something, like ice dyeing, and I go to put powder somewhere and it falls off and lands somewhere else, I used to get super pissed that it got somewhere where I didn't want it. And now it's just like, oh, it's supposed to be there. The only evidence I need is that it happened and that it's there. Here, let me tilt this camera back down. There you go. you guys hear me all right? I have a mic, like a small microphone that I usually use for my videos. I could put it on if you guys can't hear me that well. Oh shit. Well, thank you. You're great as well. We're all fucking great. Some people just don't align with us, and some people do. But it doesn't mean they're bad people or not great. Some people are just dead asleep and haven't found themselves yet. You're ridiculous, Capone. My cat is like a milk fiend. Recently, he used to just take a little bit and then walk away, and now he's like, every time I go in the kitchen, he like is whining for it. And he's over there sitting by his bowl right now, waiting for me to walk in the kitchen. That's what I got so far. It's like a hot mess over here right now, but I'm about to get after that side. Yeah, I wasn't even a twinkle in my dad's eye in the 70s, but yeah, I'd imagine it's changed quite a bit. The designs are wild nowadays. That's what got me into it. I seen a shirt that my buddy bought at a show, and I was like, I needed shirts, and you know, I was into graffiti and all sorts of different mediums. I still do a lot of different mediums, but um, because I needed shirts and I was an artist, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make my own shirts. and I seen that shirt. I was like, that's fucking tie-dye nowadays? Jesus, all right, let me see. And yeah, I made a couple shirts and really enjoyed it. And then I found the Facebook groups and got some good dye, and the rest is history. I started selling them right away, and they all pretty much went immediately, so I just stuck with it. I got fired from my job, and right as I started tie-dye, at random, I didn't know it was coming, I didn't do shit. She just said, I no longer need you anymore. And I just dumped all my energy into tie-dye, and it did really well for me, so I just stuck with it. And I got a job after that and did it, you know, I just did it on my off hours. But I put a lot of energy into it. And my boss was really cool about it. He, like, you know, as I started, you know, selling more and getting more customers, he would let me, like, be scheduled for 4 days instead of 5, and then he'd let me schedule for 3 days and then 2 days, and he even let me go down to 1 day a week, where until I finally went full time. Been sewing bags for the last 5 years. Oh, we should collaborate. I can send you some material. Oh yeah, it's a game changer. I mean, you go to Walmart and get that, it's like it's all faded within a week. Makes a huge difference. But I think everyone starts there, right? I mean, no one knows that there's fiber reactive dyes available until you do, but I'm sure everyone started with a little Walmart kit or from somewhere, Target. Shoot me a message on Instagram if you have it. If not, I'm on Facebook too. Or leave in the comments your email address and I'll get a hold of you somehow through email. I'm sending some tapestries to Burning Man. One of my friends hit me up yesterday, and she's going, and they're doing an art gallery, and they wanted some tapestries. And I'm also sending my bubble photography. It's the gallery is based off of the artists and stuff who lost art during Hurricane Helene, or made stuff after that in, you know, memory or. So yeah, I'm in Asheville. Me and my old partner, we just separated. We were together 7 years. We used to take bubbles into the mountains and photograph them. I think I got it here. This ain't the best good job, but oh shit, the ring light's in the way. Hang on. Oh, caught it. There we go. You can kind of see it. But yeah, the mountains are in the background too. Oh, this fucking ring light's in the way. And we got, you know, hundreds of these cool shots. It was really a beautiful and intimate thing we experienced up there in the mountains. Just bringing our inner child out and, you know, exploring that part of us at this age. Here in Charlotte, Louisa, who my ex-partner, she was from Charlotte originally. Damn, I miss that girl. She's so special. And the relationship ended with a bunch of love and support, which makes it even more difficult, I think. But yeah, we had a lot of growth and learned a lot from each other. And I have nothing but gratitude and love and for her. That's why I haven't been making videos that much. My heart has just been hurting. But I recognize that, you know, we separated like a year ago, but we've been in contact and we got back together for a couple months, like a month before the hurricane and then a month into the hurricane, and then we separated and we just got back together like a month and a half ago for a month. So it's like still fresh. Yeah, I have dyed on canvas like duck cloth or whatever, but it's really hard to get like super detailed designs. And yeah, we used to throw because she did this tie dye with me. We did it together full time for 5 years, and we would throw these. We called them Serenity Soirees, and we'd invite like 20 people down to come tie dye all week. They would get bed and breakfasts and then come over our house and spend the day. We'd exchange knowledge and just, you know, party up. It was really fun. Um, but yeah, we did that twice where people came down for the week. You learn a lot because you got different artists that do different things, and you know, you learn a lot of tips and tricks. Yeah, if you guys ever find yourself in Asheville, get a hold of me. I'm always down to like link up and connect with people. This shirt is just about finished. I think I'm working on the sleeve right now. Alright, I think that's gonna be the end of this one. Tie this off. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, because it's crazy. This is definitely the most difficult thing I've ever experienced in my life. And I lost a partner to an overdose 10 years ago. And this is still tougher. You know, I'm more aware in my being nowadays. And I couldn't imagine. I don't have any kids, but I can't imagine. I see the love my parents have for me, and to lose a child is really probably one of the most difficult curriculums on this planet. So here is the final tied up reverse, and this will get discharged with OWB on white bright is the full name for it. But yeah, this is the totem. This black will stay black over here, and yeah, I'm not going to discharge it now. I'm going to slide off. I'll be back in 30 seconds. And I'm going to tie another one. I think I'm going to do a mandala next. So stay tuned. Drop the whole thing in? What do you mean? Oh, no, I don't drop the whole thing in. I just dip it. And if I used to get real crazy about it and like put a plastic bag around here and then tie it off with sinew again. But I try to be a little careful so I don't have to do that. But yeah, I just dip this part in. It only stays in there for like 30, 40 seconds and then gets pulled. I tied the wrong size yesterday. I was supposed to do an XL and I tied a 2X for a custom order. But the shirts that I do, like this mandala that I'm tying, that will get fully submerged. I don't like do that with the totem or with the mandala. Hey Capone. Oh, it's Yoshi boy. Hi buddy. You wanna say hi to the people on YouTube? Hi Stinky, come here. Oh, he's a chunk. A little buddy. Aren't you? Little chunky boy. He's a scaredy cat. He's a little over a year. What you doing, buddy? Oh, jeez. What am I doing here? I'm not doing it right, that's for sure. I think I went the wrong way. Sorry, this is kind of the boring part, but it needs to be done. Damn it, the seam's messed up on this one. I hate that when the seams are screwed up. If it's not bad, I'll fix it myself, but if it's like something I can't do, I'll just take it to my seamstress that I use. I wish I had another phone. Oh, I think I do have another phone in my drawer. put on some background music. Is that what you make your bags with, that canvas cloth? You could, I think you could always sew like my fabric that I sent you onto a piece of canvas. Would that work? If you're still in here. Isn't it great when you pull a good shirt? It's tough to pick a favorite when you've done so many, but I definitely have my pieces that it's like, yeah. I've never done a Ronstar neither. The Ronstar and the Kenny style are two designs that I just haven't done. I've tried to do a Ronstar early in my tie-dye journey, but I couldn't get it right. What's interface? Does that mean what I was trying to describe, like you could sew it on top of it? Where'd my pencil go? There she is. Grab a sharpener quick. Oh, alright, cool. Yeah, well, like I said, comment your email, or if you're on Facebook, you can, it's Psychedelic Serenity on Facebook, or Psychedelic Serenity AVL on Instagram. So I'm doing an 18-point mandala on this. I give it a little lick, it writes better. These shirts though, the cotton always moves when I write on it. And I'll be going every 10 degrees on the protractor is what it needs to be to do 18. And I found if I don't press super hard with the yeah, I'm sure I can nowadays, but I was having a hard time understanding the technique back in the day, and I just haven't done it. They're not my favorite to look at, but they're all right. Some people do them really well. Yeah, it's getting hot in here again. I turned my air conditioner off because it was cold. You guys can see that. And now I'll draw lines. I have to get my ruler. Hang on 1 second. Oh shit, it's right here. It's no wonder I couldn't find it. What up, Eric? Thanks for popping in. You guys see that? Do I need to put the camera further down? Or can y'all see what I'm doing? Let's see. Yeah, I probably can put it a little further down for y'all. Yeah, that's better. Oh, thanks. Yeah, they really come out really beautiful. The first one I did, I got it like the blank from the Goodwill bins. I'm not if you're familiar with that. You pay by the pound, so you can like get a bunch of shit really cheap, and it just took dye amazing. And now I'm getting them off Amazon, but the ones that I was just buying are unavailable. So now I gotta spend more money. I dyed the blank that I'm getting for more money too once, and they dye really well too, but they're $10 more for the blank than the other ones. Gotta start charging more because I'm not, after shipping and the blank, it's not really too lucrative. right, but down there doesn't need to be crazy because it doesn't get it gets tied different. It's not going to affect it. And I got to re-up on this pastel pencil. Just about there. Yeah, it feels good to be back. Ah, shit. Yes, this pencil has had it. This will probably be the last shit I could do with it. It's a little off. Two more to go, and then we will fold the pleats up. Voila. And so each line, one will be the top line, one will be the bottom. You could actually skip, half of these lines. It's just the way I like to do it and how I learned. So now we'll front away from the back of the shirt. Y'all, I'm gonna have to run to the bathroom. I'm really sorry, but I'm just gonna take a minute sabbatical here. All right, thanks for being patient. I typically start from the bottom on these because the top gets all crazy. It's all bunched up because it's connected to the back. Excuse me. Man, I'm addicted to these sour gummies. Skittles, Starburst, and Lifesavers. I know they're terrible for me, but just is what it is. I wonder if I'm this closer, can you guys see that? Is that a better view for what I'm doing? I fuck with Sour Patch Kids when I can't get to the place that has the other ones. I just got the like mixed fruit ones. They're not too sour, but they gypped me. They didn't have barely any grape or any peach in it. It was literally all strawberry and all watermelon. Shit had me lit. Thanks for rocking with me, man. Thanks for being in here. Really appreciate y'all. For those that just got here shortly, I'm doing an 18-point mandala. And on the back, I'll be going into a psychedelic design. Is my fucking phone about to die? It was at 60% when I came on. I'm gonna have to run and get my charger, or you're gonna be disconnected. I guess lives is eat the battery up. Alright, we're good. See, at this point, I'll start pulling the pleats to me instead of like how I was doing it before where I was folding it over on itself. And as long as they're close, I'm okay with that, because I'm going to go back after I have them all pleated, and I'll be able to fix them and get them straight as I want them from there. And see, you can see the line on the bottom and the line on the top. This one's going to stay at the bottom. I know I keep repeating myself, but for those who just got here, I'm doing an 18-point mandala, and then the back is going to go into a psychedelic design. And right now I'm pleating up the mandala, and we're just about there. I'm going to tie it afterwards. And that's a wrap. And some of the lines are twisted towards the back end, so I'm going to grab my tweezers and just go ahead and fix them, and then I'll put some rubber bands around. Well, thanks for being here. I really appreciate you guys watching the videos and trying to expand your creativity. It really means a lot that you guys tune in and, you know, try to honor that creative energy that flows through all of us. A lot of people don't tap into that, and they're missing out big time. I never used to use rubber bands, but I have been recently, and it makes a huge difference to keep the pleats straight. I used to, like, you know, because you got to pick it up and flip it over, and the back end would just always, like, fucking flop out of place, and I'd have to fix it, and the rubber bands keep it pretty straight all the way through. Alright, so there's that, and now we'll start tying off this mandala. Wonder if I have enough sinew here to do this. You know what, I'm gonna wrap some sinew because I don't want to have to like start the mandala again, so I'm just gonna do it now. Man, they gotta make this shit easier to find the beginning of these things. There it is. Can y'all see me? Oh yeah, you can see me. Yeah, I got an old toilet paper holder to put my sinew on while I wind it. It's perfect. Come on, you bitch. Yeah, that's what the rubber bands do. That really keeps them locked in position. You can just roll the bands up as you go up. And I like to pull my sinew towards me. It's just, I got way better control like that. top of it, so. Capone, what are you doing? Your food is right there. He's been like hopping up where the fucking cat food is and trying to eat out of the bag when he's got a full ball. Weirdo. You're a weird one, Mr. Capone. I love you though. I love you. There's my first little triangle. I always go, when I go into a new one, I'll put my first loop here. I'll just show you on this one instead of trying to explain it without no visual. So I always go up here and then I'll twist and make sure I'm going straight across the pleats, and then it gets put into the other triangle. And now I'll wrap it around this first one. Oh shit. Now I'll wrap it around this first one. And then come back to the second one. I'm not doing a very good job showing y'all, but I got a bunch more to tie. And I usually go around 3 times to get the lines that I want. I'll go around 3 times before I even pull it. Let's see if I can get this better view. Zoom in on this. Oh yeah, I can. Sweet. Let's see if this. My finger's getting in the way. That's the way I gotta hold it. So I pull my first line across, twist it, come around the back, it goes straight. You got to keep some tension on it, and then twist it, and then you can do your other diagonal. And this is where I go around the one before it, and I'll just give it a good tug to cinch it in there, and then I move back up to the one I am currently working on. Go around 3 times and give it a pull. And that's what it looks like so far. This fucking thing's in the way, but. And sometimes the pleats want to twist on you, and you can just, you know, twist them back. They're pretty easy to get back in place. You just want to be careful as you're going around them 3 times, is that your sinew is on top of itself. Sometimes you'll get it one of the rotations, or I don't know if I'm saying that right, but you'll get one of the line strings go like right here, and it'll create a different design. We're working with so far. We're almost there. Probably got like 3, maybe 4. Probably 3. I haven't. No, they look complicated and not very flowy. I feel like it's my brain don't work like that. My brain is just like, I just want to be intuitive with it. Although this right here is not very intuitive. It's kind of the same design always, but this is like one of the few designs that I make that are I know what it's going to look like, sort of. But the back, I'll have no idea what it's going to be or look like. Let's see here. Yeah, we got one more. I always try to get my last one like going with the center of the shirt, so that the point of the mandala is centered. Because if you end on this side, you'll have the center of the shirt will have like, you'll be in between the 2 triangles. So I always try to finish on the side where it goes to the center of the shirt. And sometimes I like to fold this over. I really don't have space to do it on this one. I'm gonna cut this rubber band, it's jacking me up. There we go. Yeah, sometimes I'll take this and fold it all. I guess I could. Yeah, I'll fold it over like that, so that when I tie it, this will get cinched, and I'll be able to put like a center point in there, and I could put a different color in there than the petal. see, that's folded over on itself. And the petal will actually be a lot bigger than the rest of them too. But this is my last thing that I have to do. And then what I'm going to do is take this part and I'm going to put a circle around it so that I can split that up and it can be a different color than the petal itself. You can see I did there. And now we got to go all the way back down and finish this off. But I don't pull it tight at this point. I just kind of wrap it around some of the spaces. I don't even do it all of them. It's just every other one. And after I get done tying the center of the shirt, I think I'm going to disconnect here. I need a break and a smoke. I try to make my gaps as long as I can all the way up. It's a little easier to do it when you're further up, but I'm trying to stretch that string and get it as far as I can because it makes the triangles more pointy. Or have more of a point. A pointy sounds weird. That's better. Sorta. And the center part just gets folded and tied with my intuition. I don't have a set rule for that. And I'll show you a mandala that I did yesterday, and you can see what this tie in the center looks like. Not too many people tie the center, they usually just leave them as a circle. I want to say I was the first one to do it. Not that I give a shit about being the first one, but I think that's just a fact. Thirsty, huh, Capone? Save some for the fish, buddy. Got a little jacked up, it looks like, but that'll be alright. I cut my string here. I don't use the same string for the back of the shirt. I'll start the tie over, but yeah, that's the center there. All the way up, you got your little jewel or whatever the hell you want to call it here. And I'll show you the shirt that I did yesterday, and then I'm going to disconnect here. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate you hanging out. And if you guys have any questions during these things, please feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you guys have. But there's one of the shirts I did yesterday. You can see the center. Gets a cool little design in it. The outer edge, the white bright, did not penetrate like I needed it to, but it still came out really cool. I think the bottom, yeah, see, this is what I mean about how that last one has that circle and you can make it a different color than the petal. itself, but it didn't follow all the way up, and the white bright didn't go through all the way. The back of the shirt's really cool. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. Like I said, if you guys are in here and you guys have any questions, ask away. I'm an open book on here, personal or tie-dye related. So I love y'all. Thank you for being here. And yeah, I can't wait to see what you guys create over the next little bit. Yeah, the back is super cool. I wish it would have got some more color in the center here, but it's still rad. Anyways, I love y'all. Peace.